Hey guys, Ben here and welcome back to another video on Superman Lois Season 3. Today we're going to be talking about some behind the scenes details that we need to break down in regards to maybe a Season 4 happening or not. So if you do go on to enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like and a comment and subscribe and turn on notifications if you're new so you don't miss any future DCTV videos later this year. So as you guys know, The Flash is ending in May, so lots of people see it as the Arrowverse coming to an end, but it's a fact that Superman Lois is still in the Arrowverse, although it isn't set in the same continuity, it's on a different Earth. We don't know what Earth that is, but it doesn't really matter, we just know it's separate. But with The Flash ending, and with there being barely any Arrowverse shows left after The Flash ends, that being literally only Superman, Lois, and Gotham Knights, and plus we don't even know if Gotham Knights is set in our universe. It's probably on another Earth just like Superman, Lois. So those are the only two shows left, and with the changes at the CW with Nexstar taking over, we really don't know what's going to be around next season. So let's talk about this because we got some details about the end of Season 3, how it's going to turn out, and we'll be talking about Season 4 too. So first things first, let's go to the end of Season 3 because the Superman Lois cast just wrapped filming. It was literally just the other day on March 12th, I believe, and so they're done finishing Season 3. They had a wrap party and everything, which they normally do every season. Obviously the Flash wrap party was huge because they knew that was their final episode ever, and as far as we can tell, Superman and Lois hasn't done like a huge rap party. They did like a normal kind of rap party, and Season 3 obviously just started with episode 1, but clearly Superman and Lois wanted to get ahead of the game because in the last 2 years they had a lot of trouble, and that's why we had so many delays, because their filming took such a long time and they had too many episodes for them to actually catch up with the other shows and the actual programming schedule on the CW. So clearly they've been told you have to change things in order to get these episodes out at the right time, because the new regime at the CW is going to be far less forgiving than the old one as far as we can tell. And so yeah, you have this photo right here. This is from the final day of shooting Season 3, and right now, as far as we know, this season is going to be 13 episodes long, and it was rumored to be 15 episodes a while ago, but according to the Creative British Columbia in production list, I'll leave a link to the Twitter page that actually found this because it's very intriguing. It seems to confirm that it was originally planned, as we know, to have 15 episodes this season, but was cut down to 13 episodes. Whether that was to exactly match the Flash's episode count or not, we don't know. However, it's kind of easier for the network to have 13 episodes of all their shows and just kind of keep it consistent rather than have different episode counts. I don't know if that was done on purpose or not. We will probably never know. But nevertheless, it seems it's 13 episodes. And this season basically started filming on the 9th of the 6th, 2022. And as we just talked about, they literally just finished filming on February 13th/12th. Obviously that post was posted on the 12th. They probably did a couple of last shots on the next day, but like most of the cast probably wasn't there. It was probably just like Tyler or something. And so yeah, what do you guys think of this? Do you think Superman and Lois is actually going to be coming to an end? It's intriguing, the details that we do have. It doesn't confirm anything. This is just like us talking about, okay, this season is going to be shorter than expected, and the fact that it wrapped filming like 3 weeks earlier. Obviously that is a kind of big deal, but you can presume maybe they want to keep it consistent in terms of episode numbers, but that might be a bit far out there. Just let me know, what do you think about this in the comments down below. Okay, so let's move on to our next bit of the video. This is really intriguing. This kind of fits into the title of the video, and so this is coming from someone who is working on the show, at least in this last season, and so they posted an Instagram story, and it says, "Last time ever driving to the Kent farmhouse set." Now, this is very worrying. It does not sound good at all. Again, I'm going to leave the link in the description below to where I found this. This is actually from Twitter as well. But what does this mean? Last time ever driving to the Kent farmhouse set? Well, I think, number one, the first idea that pops into my mind is, okay, shit, like maybe this is the last season of Superman Lois. and maybe we're not going to get season 4 considering they won't have the Kent farmhouse anymore. However, there is always the possibility that with the lease actually running up with this huge set that they've got in Vancouver, you guys know they have the whole town that they created, and it isn't like CGI or something, it's actually a real part just outside of Vancouver. And so they also have the Kent farmhouse set, but we know that the leases on those places were running out and had to be renewed sometime very soon. So the question goes into my mind, with the CW wanting to save money, do we think that they've sacrificed their sets in order to continue making this show? And now, I'm not talking about Todd Helbing or anything, because I don't think they would want to throw that away. I'm talking about the higher-ups who are even higher, who are saying, okay, if you want to continue Superman and Lois, you have to cut your costs. And so is this one of the cost-cutting methods for a potential season 4? And some of you guys might be like, okay, if they get rid of all the sets that we're used to, how is there going to be a Superman Lois? It's going to be completely different. Well, there is always the chance that if they've had to scrap these sets, and I have to emphasize, I have not been told this is me speculating, but I feel like it's not that far out there to assume this could actually happen, and maybe with the sets being gone, they could be moving back to Metropolis for season 4, and that would make sense because they would be getting rid of those old Smallville sets, and we'd be moving to Metropolis just like all the other shows. You know, when they just film in downtown Vancouver, they have their normal sets on sound stages, and they're much cheaper than the huge town that they built outside of Vancouver. And obviously the farmhouse is a real farmhouse in terms of the exterior, and then the interiors are different. They're on like different sound stages, just as like any TV show does it. But I would say this can clearly go two ways. Well, if we are to believe what we see in this photo, last time ever drive into the Kent farmhouse set, we can see it as this is the last time that they're ever filming, and this is going to be the end of Superman and Lois, and maybe this is the last time that we're going to be seeing the show, and maybe the crew have been told that they're not coming back for another season, or like I said, this could be them just shifting gears in terms of their show and where they're going to set it. And obviously with Superman and Lois's history with Metropolis, it would make complete sense if they wanted to go back there. Yes, they built a new life in Smallville, and clearly it's been working for them, but in terms of the behind the scenes details, this move could definitely be explained in terms of the story, and I don't think fans would be too upset, apart from maybe missing out on some of the old stuff that we had in season 1, 2 and 3. And so I really have to know, what are your thoughts about this in the comments down below. Do you think that Superman and Lois is going to be ending? Because like I said, it could mean a number of things. It could mean that yes, we're moving to Metropolis, we're moving away from Smallville, or it could mean this is the last time they're ever filming on these sets, and maybe this is the end of the show. But I don't think we should question the validity of this actual post. I think whoever posted this is actually being sincere. Why would they post this to just like their Instagram story and not mean it? So I do believe this is actually their last time ever going to the Kent farmhouse set. But what it means is still a mystery, but I think it definitely is going to cause us Superman and Lois fans some nightmares as we wait for proper answers, because the CW hasn't told us anything. They haven't said, is Superman and Lois going to continue? Is these other shows going to continue, like Gotham Knights? They've basically only said maybe 3 to 4 shows that were previously on the CW are going to be continuing into their next seasons, and they're going to be cutting the rest. And that's because they are shifting the network to being more of a money-making venture, where they're focusing on doing live sports, doing non-scripted shows, and things like that. However, we haven't really seen the CW go ahead and start filming any of like the non-scripted content that they wanted, or any of the sitcoms. So it really remains to be seen what their true end game is going to be. But I believe as we get closer to the end of Superman and Lois season 3, we're going to get some answers as to the future, because all of the fans are going to be asking these questions. Reporters are going to be asking these questions to Todd Helbing, to Tyler Hoechlin, to everyone that has worked on the show, because right now everything is up in the air. Also, as I was making this video, I wanted to point out that I did contact Canada Graphs, and he confirmed even right now Tyler isn't even sure what is going on, if there's going to be a season 4 or if there's not going to be a season 4. So even behind the scenes, they're not very sure. So you have to take this post that we talked about in this video about going to the set for the last time with a grain of salt. It could be good, it could be bad, but even behind the scenes, they don't actually know exactly what's going on because the CW hasn't given them any details as far as we know. Also, I want to remind you guys, especially those of you who live in Europe or the UK, I and Flashverse and a couple of other people are going to be going to a Comic-Con event in the UK. Tyler Hoechlin's going to be there, Breck Bessinger, Javicia Leslie, and lots more. It's an event, it's like a Comic-Con event in the UK that's going to be happening in Birmingham in May. So type in Star Fury, the Ultimates Apocalypse event. That is where you can find tickets. I'm going to be there. I look forward to seeing some of you guys there. It's in May, it's in Birmingham, so show up if you want to meet us. We're going to be there watching the panels, doing some live coverage with some of the people that are there. So it's going to be an exciting few days in May, so I'll be sure to see you guys there. But for now, if you did enjoy this video, please be sure to leave a like and a comment, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future DCTV videos later this year. And I want to give a big shout out to my current top tier members of the channel, which is Nathan Bell, Flash Freak, Bradley, Matthew, Jose, and Owlwatch, and a shout out to all of you other fellow members who support the channel, or those of you who come to live streams every Wednesday that we do and send in super chats or send in super thanks. You guys are supporting the channel on a whole different level apart from just watching videos, so I really appreciate you, and I appreciate everyone watching this video too. So thank you, and you can click on the top right corner of the screen to watch my latest video. But for now, I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.
I see red.